Top billing.
All right, the Justin Fields pickup is a very great one for them Buckeyes for the simple fact that I know head coach Ryan Day likes to implement a ton of pro-style passing concepts into his power spread offense. And Justin Fields is coming out of a pro-style offense and has a spread skill set, for lack of a better term here. Georgia did a pretty good job of kind of acquiescing to his skill set, at least as it is right now with him being a youngster, by being able to get him out in the perimeter and kind of cut down on his reads, kind of half-field reads. We'll see a back-to-the-basket play-action fake right here, kind of a cross-formation block into a flat route by the H-back Isaac Nada right here, kind of a clear-out route by the slot receiver. Then you have your out here. So this is kind of like a sprint option, out of a spread pistol formation. So I really like this type of stuff. Or Ohio State does some of this type of stuff, so Justin should be able to fit right in pretty quickly with these type of concepts. Have it right there. Back to the basket play action fake. The thing about that is your sight adjustment and being able to turn your back to the defense and then being able to work off that. Ryan Day is definitely going to like to have those type of play actions in his scheme, being as though he does have a pretty decent pro background. Shows it. Immediately whips his head around. We'll see this particular concept in another game. He didn't necessarily execute it the same way, but you can see right here, pretty decent product placement, and he's able to get his tight end out in space. All right, we see a very similar concept right here. You have a cross formation block, or at least a pretend cross formation block, almost like the QB split zone that Georgia was running the entire season. But this time, they allow him to bluff the QB split zone, reverse back out, and then go back into the sprint option with the flat route from Isaac Nada here. But you can tell he's young in his development despite his despite how he was, I don't want to say overhyped, but the fact that the amount of hype that he did get leaves a little bit to be desired when you see his actual on-field acumen and where he's at in his development. Very talented player, but very raw in his development right now. All right, right there, zone flow. So normally, the split zone, you would see the cross formation block, man on line of scrimmage. Justin would take this bad boy and find the organic crease and then probably hit it somewhere up in here. However, he's going to whip it back around, and immediately you see him get that head around. He's very, I would say that he was pushing and pressing a lot with Georgia, trying to make stuff happen. You see right here, he wants to go for a touchdown right here to McCole Hartman. This isn't there. So once you see that right there, that it may not be what you want, as you see the converging receivers right here, it's your best to just whip that head around and get the ball out to Isaac Nada, as we see right there. Very much could have led him out this way, and he would have scored. But instead, he's still looking, tries to go back to the backside receiver right here. Too late. People are converging on him. He actually takes a sack. But he's so freaky athletic that even when he makes a mistake like this, as you see right here, he's clearly turned the wrong way on the inside, this on the read option, because you can tell he's actually reading the man on the line of scrimmage with the back going in the other direction instead of him pivoting out the other way. But man, he still makes something out of nothing. So this is you versus me right here, one-on-one with Justin Fields, and he has Braxton Miller type athleticism, being able to freak a guy right out there and bang it to the edge and make something out of nothing. In the Middle Tennessee game, he showed me some stuff to be able to kind of survey, detach from the pocket and still keep his head up, right? So you see him right here, looking his initial read. I believe he gets to a secondary read. That's not there. Now look at him immediately. He wants to escape right here. But he thinks about it, reverses course, sets back, and then sees a streaking receiver down the field. And he almost completes a pass. Not quite, though. At this particular stage in his development, he's what I call one and done. One read and done. So if we look at it, I really do like his mechanics, though. I think that he was definitely polished. You can tell that he has a personal quarterback's coach. His mechanics are usually pretty much on point. Crossover step right there. Got enough weight on your point and shoot foot here for a weight transfer. But look, one read and he's gone. He didn't really let anything set up right there. So patience in the pocket, kind of like Dwayne Haskins to me, who was the best quarterback in football in the 2018 season from a raw football perspective. He's definitely not there, but then again, Dwayne Haskins is a few years older than him. So, but Dwayne Haskins doesn't have that type of athleticism, not in the least bit. He does have raw arm strength, though, just like Dwayne Haskins. We can see him right here on the deep set. Crossover steps, I like it. I like the hand placement right here. We can see when the ball breaks, the hand breaks from the ball. Pat, step into it, point and shoot foot, hip rotation, nice. Nice RPMs on the ball. Product placement, nasty, right over the shoulder. Allows a very fast receiver to pretty much run in untouched. We know Ohio State has a group of receivers that Justin Fields is going to absolutely love. Too many to really list on right now. I remember during the season sometimes Ohio State's red zone and goal line offense was a little suspect. Fields would definitely help out in that particular aspect we see right here. The power that he runs with. This is your average run-of-the-mill, just regular QB zone. You see him finding an organic cutback crease, forming right there. He has pretty good vision to be able to find that bad boy. See him, lower them shoulders. Here we see a two-man version of a smash concept. Have a quick curl right here by the outside receiver, Isaac Nada. Have a corner route right here by the inside receiver, Riley Ridley. And you can see just where he is in his development with that. He doesn't really let this develop at all. If you see the spacing right here, maybe someone like Jake Fromm would audible to some type of now route right now. And just for the simple fact that it's just a little bit too much spacing right there with the way the receivers are aligned as well. This could have been a now route with a block as well. But he's going to go with the called play right now. Got to be able to anticipate, know that he's coming on that quick curl, hit him right there. Instead, he holds the ball. He doesn't necessarily trust his eyes right now in this part of his development, and he just really wants to take off. And that's not going to work all the time. Very similar sequence right here. You have kind of a sit-down route by the H-back. All Fields has to do is fire, cock and fire on rhythm, and he's got himself the ability to distribute the ball to his players. When instead, one and done. Front facing play action fake, staring it down the whole way so he should know. All you have to do is know that you seen that this linebacker took a couple of false steps, and you know where Jackson Harris, your H-back, is going right now. Cock and fire and anticipate. Doesn't do that. Stares at it. It looks like he wants something to come open behind there instead of just really taking what the defense is giving you and knowing that this receiver is going to be running right in the zone of this particular linebacker as well. So it's about anticipation, post-snap recognition. So then he tries to get out the back door, and he's sacked. I like some of the RPO stuff they were doing with him in the UMass game, front-facing play-action fake. He's really weeding this particular overhang defender. He crashes down. You can sit back, wait for your guy. He actually does a jump pass and has enough arm strength to still get it there. Buck fans already know about this. This is very JT Barrett-like, being able to be slippery, escape out the back door, and he has that JT Barrett-like athleticism as well. But fans going to like the ability to still stretch the field, front-facing play-action fake, gather phase, weight transfer, get enough on it, nice torque, hip rotation, and look at the product placement. Boom. But the man dropped it. He was throwing some dimes in that UMass game, y'all. One thing we didn't really get a chance to see Justin Fields do is throw in rhythm. A lot of stuff was either really short or really long. But as far as being able to hit off that back foot and then deliver, this is pretty much the only throw I can remember. And that bad boy was low and away. So this, I think, is a game changer. But I'm not going to gloss over the fact that Tate Martell is sitting right there in Ohio State's locker room as well. And I love that kid coming out of high school. And he brings a lot of the same tools that Justin Fields does. And he's got experience in the system being under Ryan Day for the past 2 seasons. However, all things equal, you got to think that Justin Fields is a little bit better talent, or maybe a lot better talent. I don't know, but Tate Martell is a great talent himself. That'll be an interesting battle to really see play out. But just for the simple development and some of the stuff that I know Ryan Day wants to do, I think Justin Fields can be perfect for that. He's going to have to definitely work on the rhythm and timing aspect that Dwayne Haskins had down to a T. So it's going to be tough to follow Dwayne Haskins, and he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. So we'll see how he deals with the type of pressure of following behind perhaps the greatest QB in Ohio State history. At least off that one season, it was that damn dope. I'm not lying. So we'll see about that. But, man, great time to be in college football. A lot of stuff happening. Make sure you check back here at Todd Billings Sports. If you're an Ohio State fan, probably be starting out Ohio State coverage that I've been meaning to start for a while. And make sure you check out my boy Steele Chambers in that 2019 class, doing it real big for the Ohio State Buckeyes as well. But I'm your boy Murf, the Underground King, Todd Billings Sports, and I am out.
What more can I say?
Top billing.